Laman ng, pakibuksan mo nga ang ano. O, yan yung bag mo. Anong laman ito? Hindi, buksan mo lang. Anong laman yan?
Tingnan lang dito ha.
Naka-video ha?
Sige, buksan mo po.
Ha? Ano ka?
Service na po ako. Huwag ka magkalala, titingnan lang.
Service lang po ako.
Kasi ano po ito sir eh. Titingnan nga lang, sige na, titingnan lang. Titingnan nga lang, huwag ka magkalala.
Relax ka lang.
Relax ka lang, titingnan lang. Titingnan lang.
Sige, ikaw magbukas.
Sige, ikaw magbukas. Lagi na yung cellphone mo.
Relax lang. Ikaw na magbukas. Sige, hawakan mo muna.
Sige, sige.
Buksan mo.
Kung mayari ka.
Yung laman, yung loob.
Yan.
Yung malaki.
Ano nga yan?
Anong laman?
Tangina, positive.
Oh, yan. Positive, marijuana. Oh, huli ha. Op, huli kayo ha. Puta, marijuana. Sabi ko na nga ba.
Gilid, gilid, gilid.
Gilid.
Sir, abal lang ako dyan, sir. Sir, sa kaibigan ko po yun eh.
Oh,
Sir, abal lang po ako dyan.
pusas, pusas.
Sir, yung kinukuha ko po printer po.
Pusas.
Printer po sadya ko dito. Kahit
Nakabidyo tayo ha, nakabidyo tayo. Ha? Dami yung droga.
May I ask the PNP, how many times have you procured body cameras?
Your Honor, as per record, we only have one procurement on 2021.
How
It was
many
delivered.
body cameras did you procure in 2021?
2,696, sir.
And what is the number of uniformed personnel that you have?
Based on the distribution, it was only issued to the city police stations in city police office.
You have 227,000 personnel and you only bought 2,000 plus body cameras. Why is that?
Because accordingly, no allocation of budget for that purposes.
In 2021, you submitted your request for capital outlay. Tama? Yes, kasi ang nire-request nyo sa amin, PS, MOE, at sa capital outlay. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Are you trying to tell us now that you only required or asked DBM to give you a budget for 2,000 plus body camera when in fact your number is 227,000 plus?
For the Directorate for Logistics, we only rely on the capability enhancement program amounting to 2 billion for the procurement of the move, shoot, communicate, and investigative equipment, and 100 million for infra projects. That's all that we receive.
In other words, yung body cameras is not one of your priorities to procure. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
The body-worn camera was only included on the 2024 request for budget.
Hindi mo naman sinasagot yung katanungan ko, Iho eh. Ang tanong ko sa inyo is, kung ganun ang inyong tingin, move, shoot, investigate, hindi priority yung pag-procure ng body cameras insofar as the PNP is concerned. Tama po ba yun?
You may answer by yes or no. You just have to be honest with the capacity of the budget that was given to you. I think the good gentleman from Antipolo is asking lang naman kung priority niyo yun. If not priority, we can understand.
So based on my opinion, it's the only priority is the move, shoot, communicate, and investigate during the basic equipage that we need to give it to our personnel, which we are still trying to fill up the equipage for that 4 items.
Kasi And why in the first place, in 2021, did you procure body camera? Was it included in your, in the program that, of equipment that you're going to procure when in fact, you said your priorities move, shoot, communicate, and investigate? Tama. Yun ang statement mo eh. Yun yung priority ninyo. But why, in this goddamn world, did you procure body camera in 2021 when it was not your priority?
So during the time, 333 million plus was allocated coming from the CIA. That's why we were able to procure that body worn camera, sir.
Ano po yung sabi nyo, CIA?
Yes, sir.
Anong CIA?
Congressional initiative allocation.
So it's an initiative of Congress for you to buy body camera.
Yes, sir.
So in other words, sa next, for example, in 2024, kung lumusot tong mga ito, kami rin na magsasabi na bumili kayo ng body cameras and we will allocate funds. Tama?
Yes.
I think you're having a hard time to answer, no? A simple yes or no lang yan,
Yes,
brother. May interject, mag-interject lang ako ng one question kasi in relation to what Congressman Acop was asking, no? So initiative ng Kongreso pa yon, yung pagbili ng body-worn camera. It was not an initiative of the PNP. So do you mean that the thinking of the Congress, it's much more appreciative of the situation that our operatives must have a body-worn camera? Diba? Diba, it should be the police who will have this kind of thinking, not us. So, can you clarify your statement, sir?
So for clarification, it's the initiative of the police to buy the body worn camera. But for the funds, the solicited, the members of the House of Representatives and also from the Senate to allocate.
So in other words, you have solicited the help of the members of this Congress and the Senate to help you to fund.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Congressman Acop, if that will clarify your query.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The needs of the PNP insofar as move, shoot, communicate, and investigate have not been filled up to 100%. Correct? So, in other words, if these bills will become into a law, you will not have the funds to procure it. Tama? Eh bakit kayo nagfe-favor palagi na aprobahan ito? When in fact, you will not be capable of implementing this law. Kasi I know for sure na since time immemorial, yung requirements for move, shoot, communicate, and investigate capability of the PNP, hindi pa naaabot ng 100%. Ito yung basic requirement natin sa police. Di ba? O, bakit kayo hindi nagsasabi dito sa amin na, sir, kung ma-approve yan, eh baka mahirapan po kami na ma-procure yung kwan. So, it becomes a law na hindi na naman ma-implement. Eh bakit hindi kayo nagsasabi sa police na, sir, kung pwede po ba, kung aprobahan nyo yan, bigyan nyo rin kami ng dagdag na pera para mabili ito. Puro pabor kayo
Okay, so we understand the sentiments of Congressman Acop being a former general himself. He knows the work in the PNP, and at the same time, being a congressman, at least he knows the needs of our PNP organization. But to clarify things, a while ago, Congressman Acop was saying that we have a 227,000 personnel of PNP. And the initiative of this Congress is to give a bodily worn camera worth 2,000 pieces. So, how much yung initiative ng Kongreso na inallocate doon sa 2,000 bodily worn camera? How much? while you are looking, I will be asking sa kay Gerald siguro, no? Kasi nga, kung bodily worn camera, kapag hindi natin nagamit, ang ginagamit natin yung tinatawag na alternative, ano? Recording device. And at the same time, ang ating pong kapulisan ay meron tayong tinatawag na 227,000. But during the last hearing, I was asking this. Yung operatives natin, hindi naman 227,000 yan. So how many, are the 227,000 personnel are required to warn the body worn camera? Hindi, di ba? So operation. So sa operation, ilan ang nag-ooperate? This was not answered properly by the last hearing eh. And still, it is lingering in my mind. So, ilan ang operatives natin sa the whole country para at least alam natin kung ilan ang ipapurchase natin bodily worn camera? Ilan?
Sir, if I may answer. Thank you very much, sir, for the points that you raised. If you can notice, we are the new batch of officers that were assigned in positions. And of course, logically, it is not the Congress who will have the initiative or who will take initiative in determining what resources or equipment that we will be needing in our own organization. So, and of course, it is not 228,000 police personnel that will be needing or be issued with body-worn cameras, but only the operating units. And operating units who are supposed to be operating on illegal drugs operations are mostly coming from the police drug enforcement group, which is also structured in the regional and sa provincial and sa city. We have DEUs or drug enforcement units. Sir, ito po, I don't have the figure now, but rest assured I can give you the correct number of these operating elements against illegal drugs.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, in other words,
And of course, sir, the budgeting process takes 1 year before the budgeting budget cycle. I think 1 year before. So we plan for whatever we need. We are given a certain allocation for our budget for operations, and maybe the previous leadership of this organization of the PNP deemed it not the priorities are not these body-worn cameras, but we support the proposed House bill for the use of body-worn cameras for transparency and accountability. So rest assured, sir, that with a group of the people here, of course, we will be taking note of these requirements, and we do not want that other agencies will be thinking what is good for the police organization, but it is ourselves who will think what is good for us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Before we proceed, before the chair recognize Congressman Joel Aquino, the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Congressman Robert A. Sparpers via Zoom. So, Congressman Joel, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General, may tanong lang po ako. Ano bang tingin niyo din sa nakatulong ba ng gusto yung body camera? Sa inyo, tanong ko lang, nakatulong ba ng gusto since 2021, I believe, na nagamit?
Yes, sir. Of course, the body-worn cameras recorded actual footages of what actually transpired during the operation. And it removes doubts. It removes doubts that mawawala yung mga planting of evidences, allegations, mawawala yung scenarios or whatever. What can be presented in the body-worn cameras recordings are the actual truth of what happened in the operation.